ever wondered what really keeps a powerful phone from overheating during heavy use? Huawei might have the answer with its upcoming Mate 80 series, which is rumored to introduce a brand new smart triple-layer cooling system that could change the way phones handle heat. According to a trusted tipster on Weibo, Huawei is already in the trial production stage of this cooling technology, and it's expected to debut in the second half of the year with the Mate 80 lineup. This cooling system focuses on three key areas: internal durability, active heat dissipation, and smart temperature control. That means it's not just about getting rid of heat, but also about making sure the phone stays in good shape over time, especially during long gaming sessions or video editing. Huawei is reportedly using ultra-thin internal cooling fans made from aluminum, a metal known for being lightweight, resistant to corrosion, strong, and great at conducting heat. These fans could help the Mate 80 stay cool without taking up much space inside the phone. Active heat dissipation is another big feature here. Unlike passive systems, which just let heat escape naturally, this method uses powered parts to push heat out more efficiently. That could mean fewer slowdowns, longer battery life, and better overall performance. Then there's smart temperature control, Huawei's way of making the phone think for itself. With this system, a built-in thermostat constantly checks the device's temperature and adjusts performance to keep it running smoothly without getting too hot. This kind of intelligent cooling is especially useful in keeping the phone responsive while still protecting the hardware. To understand how much of an upgrade this could be, let's compare it to the Mate 70 series, which already featured an advanced 6,870 square millimeters vapor chamber liquid cooling system. That setup covered a large part of the phone and helped it stay cool under pressure. If Huawei is improving on that already impressive cooling tech, the Mate 80 could end up being one of the best performing smartphones of the year. While we're still waiting for official confirmation, this leak lines up with Huawei's recent trend of pushing for innovation in areas that most people don't usually notice but benefit from every day. With performance being such a big focus for the Mate series, it makes sense that Huawei would put extra effort into keeping things cool under the hood. And that's not all. The Mate 80 series is also rumored to feature a brand new Kirin 9 chip, which could bring better performance, improved efficiency, and smoother multitasking. Together with the triple-layer cooling system, this could give users a phone that doesn't just run fast but stays cool and reliable in all kinds of situations. So while we wait for the official launch, this early look shows that Huawei is taking. Is Samsung about to launch the thinnest foldable phone we've ever seen? Well, based on new renders of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 shared by OnLeaks and Android headlines, that might actually be true. Just by looking at the images, it's clear Samsung is going for a sleeker, thinner design this time around. For some context, last year's Galaxy Z Fold 6 was about 12.1 millimeters thick when folded and 5.6 millimeters when unfolded. Now, leaks suggest that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will be just 3.9 millimeters thin when unfolded, which is a huge 30% reduction in thickness. That's thinner than many tablets and even some smartphones, but thinner doesn't always mean better. Because as you slim down the body, some trade-offs show up, like the camera bump. According to these renders, the triple camera system on the back now sticks out even more than before. This is similar to what we've seen from other foldable makers like OnePlus and Google, where a better camera setup comes with a more noticeable camera bump, but Samsung seems to be balancing that by also making the phone wider than before, possibly by over 10 millimeters compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 6. This added width could make typing, multitasking, and watching videos on the internal screen feel more natural. Speaking of the display, when unfolded, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is expected to offer a 7-inch dynamic AMOLED display with a resolution of 1856 by 2160 pixels and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. On the outside, the cover screen will reportedly be 6.3 inches, also dynamic AMOLED, with a resolution of 968 by 2376 pixels and the same 120 Hz refresh rate. To protect the outer screen, Samsung may be using Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which helps prevent scratches and minor drops. Now let's talk about performance. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is expected to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy processor built using the 3nm process, which means better energy efficiency and faster speeds compared to older chips. Alongside this, the device may come with 12 GB of LPDDR5X random access memory and 256 GB of UFS 4.0 internal storage, giving users fast loading and smooth multitasking. It will likely run Android 15 right out of the box, offering the latest features and software optimizations. Powering all this will be a 4,400 mAh battery, with support for 25-watt wired charging and 15-watt wireless charging, which should be good enough for a full day of moderate to heavy use. Huawei just launched a foldable laptop with fans thinner than 2 coins. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what they've done with the new Huawei MateBook Fold, the world's first 18-inch foldable PC. Now, making a foldable screen is already impressive, but Huawei didn't stop there. One of the biggest problems with folding laptops is cooling. How do you stop them from overheating when the space inside is already tight? Well, Huawei came up with something very different, a special cooling setup that includes dual diamond aluminum fans and a 3D anti-gravity vapor chamber. Let's break it down. Richard Yu, the chairman of Huawei Consumer Business, gave everyone a closer look in a recent teardown video. He opened up the MateBook Fold and showed off the insides, from the battery to the screen to the cooling system. But the real star here is the cooling tech. Most laptops use basic fans, but Huawei decided to go with 2 custom fans made from diamond aluminum. Aluminum is already known for being light and great at moving heat away, and Huawei made these fans even more efficient by designing them to be super thin, just 3.5 millimeters together. That's thinner than stacking 2 coins. These fans create a powerful airflow without taking up much space, which is important in a folding device where every millimeter counts. And because they're made of diamond aluminum, they're not only light but also stronger and more resistant to damage over time. Now let's talk about the 3D anti-gravity vapor chamber board. Sounds complex, but here's what it means. Inside most laptops, when things heat up, a special liquid flows through tiny pipes to help carry that heat away from the main components. But in a foldable PC like this one, that liquid can get stuck, depending on how you're holding or using the device. That's where Huawei's solution comes in. Their 3D anti-gravity design allows the liquid to move against gravity and return to the heat source no matter how the PC is positioned. So even if you're using the MateBook Fold while it's propped up, laid flat, or folded like a book, the cooling system still works the same. They even expanded the cooling pipes from 3 to 4 lanes to make the heat move faster and more efficiently. It's a small change with a big impact, helping the device stay cool without needing extra space or bulky parts. This shows how much thought went into solving a problem that most users might never even notice, but they'll definitely feel the difference when their laptop doesn't get hot after long hours of use. Huawei admitted that heat was a huge challenge during development, but clearly, they cracked it with these 2 upgrades, the diamond aluminum fans and the 3D anti-gravity vapor chamber.